At 12 o'clock, also, we got Arkansas State, which started out the season with a win against Grambling. By the way, weirdly enough, one of the biggest views video last week. But, that's always the case with my channels. It's the weird videos that pop off. Traveling to number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State obviously started off with a win against Notre Dame last week. A tough-fought victory, but ended up... actually, I think they stayed... No, they dropped a spot. They dropped a spot this week, thanks to that close game. They didn't end up covering their spread against against Notre Dame. Ohio State's favored by 44.5 on the Big Ten Network. James Blackman, the transfer quarterback from Florida State, transferred over to Arkansas State, and he's now their starting quarterback. He went 15-20 last week, threw for 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Johnny Lang on the ground had 13 carries for 124 yards and a touchdown, and Champ Flemings through the air had 7 catches for 122 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Stroud went 24-34, threw for 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and had a 70.6% completion percentage. Trevion Henderson on the ground had 15 carries for 91 yards, but a lot of that came in the fourth quarter. They did not really have a run game for 3 quarters of football, and Emeka Egbuka had 9 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. These two teams have never played, weirdly enough, so whoever wins this one will have the record. They will have the winning record. They'll have the lead in the series. I think what's really kind of fascinating about this football game, in particularly, is no Jackson Smith-Njigba. I don't think this is going to play a huge impact in this game, and probably not the next game either. But not having Jackson Smith-Njigba could hurt Ohio State down the line if they don't end up getting him back soon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, obviously the guy that everyone was looking to heading into the year, and on one of his first plays, he ends up getting hurt, and that could really impact their season as it goes along. Again, Jackson Smith-Njigba led the team in receiving yards last year, despite having Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson on the same football team. Both those guys ended up going first round last year, just to show you how good Jackson Smith-Njigba was. Now, to be fair, he was drawing the number 3 corners, but he was drawing the number 1 corners against Utah, and he was still killed it. He still looked phenomenal. So I think what's going to be really interesting in this football game is how obviously I think Ohio State wins by a lot. I think they win by more than 44.5, I'm going to be honest. I think the big thing to follow, though, is how C.J. Stroud is actually connecting with his wide receivers and see how they click. But I'm going to pick Ohio State to win and cover here.